everybody, this is me, I am you, you are the walrus, I am Cuckoo. Let's play some D&D.
So, basically, I made an adventure game character, and my mom is going to be playing this adventure game. So I made it a long time ago, but we're going to be making a D&D series. You guys have no idea how fun I'm going to be having. This first session's going to be about 20 minutes. Here you go.
So, hit call?
Hold on, check this. What does it say?
Well, I know, I read it, but do I have to type?
You have to read it out loud.
So pick your class and subclass, fire, frost, etc. Then your journey will start in the middle of a forest and to the right of you, period, there are bears, period. Those are 2 sentences.
Listen, man, I made that back when I was stupid.
Oh, you made that. Okay. Then I'll let that slide. I thought that was AI that's supposed to be like top-notch, editing and stuff. That's okay.
I'm 9 years old.
No, I know. No, that makes more sense that it was a human. I thought it was an AI. So, I am...
that meant to be a comma, I'm pretty sure. I think I made a typo.
That makes sense. Or sometimes if you accidentally hit space twice, it'll do that.
That's what I did.
Yep. I do that all the time.
On Apple, you can turn that setting off.
I wish you could do that on this.
You can't?
Maybe. I've never tried. I don't know why. But okay.
Start soon.
So my class is going to be Mage.
Nice.
And my subclass is going to be Skin Melting Acid.
So just acid.
Oh yeah, but it melts skin, like, especially much. Especially much, yep.
So my class is going to be Mage and Acid is my subclass. So I shoot the bear. What are my spells?
Your spells are Fireball, Frost Nova, Acid Blast, Barrier, and Chain Lighting.
Why do I have Frost? I'm an Acid Mage. I shouldn't have those.
Acid mages can have frost if they want, just not as much as a...
No, I'm not going to allow that.
Okay, if you would rather not use frost, just don't pick Frost Nova. You don't have to pick every spell your class has to offer.
What are my acid spells?
Acid Blast, Acid Spray, Acid Bubble, Acid Pit, and Acid Bolt.
How am I ever going to remember that? Can you say it again? I gotta, write it down or something.
Acid spells you have Acid Blast, Acid Spray, Acid Bubble, Acid Pit, and Acid Bolt.
One more time.
Acid Blast, Acid Spray, Acid Pit, Acid Bubble, Acid Bolt. All your acid spells.
Acid Blast, Acid Spray, Acid Bubble, Acid Bolt.
Okay, now you need to pick your attributes. There are 6 attributes: Strength, Dexterity, Intelligence, Wisdom, Constitution, Charisma.
Charisma.
Wisdom.
Okay, how much of it do you want? You have 25 points to spread across the attributes.
So I want 5 into Wisdom. 5.
So you want to put 5 points into Wisdom? Any other attributes?
Yeah, I wasn't done. I want to put 5 into Intelligence, 5 into Dexterity, and then I forget the other things.
So 5 for Wisdom, 5 for Intelligence, and 5 for Dexterity. What about Strength, Constitution, or Charisma?
5 for Strength, and 3 for what? Concentration, and 2 for Charisma.
So Wisdom level 5, Intelligence level 5, Strength level 4, Dexterity level 5, Constitution level 4, Charisma level 2. Does that seem right?
I don't know. Did I use all my 25 points?
Correct. You spent all 25 points.
Yeah, yes, it's right.
Okay, so are you ready for your journey to start?
Oh, yes.
So to the right of me, there are bears.
Yeah.
You see 2 bears. They have not seen you yet. They are fighting each other fiercely.
I yell, "Hey, stop fighting!"
That's gonna make
That's okay. I'm not even afraid.
The bears stop and look at you. They look confused and curious.
I say, don't fight, you guys. We can all be friends. And then I throw them a fish. One to each of them.
The bears look at the fish
Fish.
and then at each other. They both stop fighting and begin to eat the fish while eyeing you cautiously.
I slowly back away to let them know I'm not a threat and that I don't want to eat their raw fish.
The bears continue eating the fish, watching you as you back away. They seem less hostile now, but still wary of you.
I have just avoided my first confrontation. And not only did I do that in a friendly way with no violence, but I also stopped their confrontation. I feel very powerful right now. I'm a peacemaker.
You do indeed feel powerful.
Yeah, I know.
You have successfully resolved a conflict without violence, and with the added bonus of getting in the good graces of some deadly
I know.
creatures.
I said all that. I know. I just said all that. So I know that. I am awesome. I'm a peacemaker. I want to head toward a village.
As you walk away from the bears, you make your way through the forest. The trees begin to get thinner as you draw closer to the village, and you can faintly smell the smoke from a burning fire.
Oh my gosh, am I going toward LA?
As you continue to make your way
Just
through the
kidding.
forest, you see a large village up ahead. The smoke is much more visible now, and you can see several houses and buildings. You can also hear the sounds of children playing and people talking. It does not seem to be Los Angeles, but an average village.
Good to know. How much gold do I have?
You have 30 gold coins in your bag. You can check how much you have at any time by taking a look in your inventory.
Okay. I want to find a pet.
Let's go ahead and go to the village and buy one. And by the time, try to find someone that I can buy one from.
You enter the village and make your way through the streets. The buildings are made of wood and cobble, and there are a few horses tied up outside different houses. You see a few people mill about the square doing their daily business. Finally, you see a small building with a sign outside that says pets for sale.
I enter that building and I greet the little midget person behind the counter and say, "Hello, little person. Do you have any pets for sale? What kind of pets do you have, and what can I get for 30 gold?"
The little person behind the counter greets you with a smile. "Hello there, traveler," she says. "Yes, we do have pets available. We have cats,
knew it 'cause
dogs,
your
birds,
sign.
and even a few more exotic creatures. As for what you can get for 30 gold coins, well, let me show you." She gestures towards cages and pens that line the walls of the shop.
I'm really wanting a bird. Can I get a bird? What kind of birds can I get for $30? I'd like a bird to perch upon my shoulder and keep me company.
The pet shop owner thinks for a moment. "For 30 gold, I have a few different birds to choose from. We have a cockatiel, a parakeet, and a pigeon. The cockatiel is a pretty friendly bird. It will perch on your shoulder and sing to you. The parakeet is also quite social and will..."
I don't need to hear any more. I want the cockatiel.
The pet shop owner smiles warmly.
It'll
"A
perch
fine
upon my shoulder
choice.
and sing to
A
me."
cockatiel is a wonderful companion. Here, let me get it out of the cage for you." She reaches into a cage and grabs a small, colorful bird. It chirps cheerfully as she places it on your shoulder.
I say to the cockatiel in a soothing, peaceful voice, "Hello, cockatiel. I am your new friend. I'm going to name you Chicken Nugget."
The cockatiel chirps
Don't know where that came
happily,
from, but-
as if replying to your greeting. It seems eager to be your companion. It perches on your shoulder, its little claws grabbing onto your shirt.
Aw, that's so cute. And then I say to the bird giver, midget, "Do you have anything I can feed my new friend Chicken Nugget?"
The shopkeeper chuckles and hands you a small pouch of birdseed.
No, it's not funny.
"Here you go,"
Oh.
she says. "That should be enough to feed your new friend for a while."
So with the bird and the bird seed, how much will this cost?
The bird and the birdseed will cost you 30 gold coins in total. The little shopkeeper smiles as you pay.
Little shop. Thank you, little shopkeeper. I pay, and then I say to her, before I go, I'm now broke. Do you know of anybody that's looking for work so I can make some more money?
Also, you're short.
It makes me feel
The
tall.
little shopkeeper laughs.
Stop
Oh, you've got
laughing
a
at
sharp
me.
tongue, don't you? As for work, you could try asking around town. People are
thanks.
always looking for
That's what
help
I'm
with
doing.
tasks or odd jobs here and there. And yes, I am short, but I make up for it in personality.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye. And then I exit the building. That was not really helpful.
You exit the shop with your new pet, feeling slightly disappointed with the shopkeeper's lack of useful information. The bustle of the village surrounds you once more, and you look around for someone else who might be able to help you.
I see a very tall man to the right of me, the opposite of a midget, and he looks like he knows something. So I approach him with Chicken Nugget and say, Sir, tall man, do you know of any work around here? Anybody that needs help in exchange for some gold? I am very poor, and I would like to work with Chicken Nugget and help people to get gold.
The tall man turns and looks at you, his expression stern but not unkind. He glances at the cockataiel perched on your shoulder before responding. Yes, I do know of some work.
I knew it.
There's a farmer on the edge of town who's looking for help with his crops. If you're willing to work hard, he may be willing to pay you in gold.
Do you have a compass? So that way I can tell where to go?
The tall man reaches into the pocket of his coat and pulls out a simple brass compass. He hands it to you, pointing in the direction of the farm.
I can keep it.
Follow this, he says. It's about a mile out of town. You can't miss it.
I thank the man, and then discreetly stick his compass in my pocket as I make my way toward the farm with Chicken Nugget.
As you walk through the village, you make sure no one is watching as you slip the compass into your pocket.
Yeah, I just said
With
that.
Chicken Nugget perched on your shoulder, you head towards the farm, following the path indicated by the compass. The road is lined with
Thought I put it in
trees,
my
and the sound
pocket.
of farm animals can be heard in the distance. The sun is still shining, and the air is fresh and crisp. You can see the silhouette of a large barn and farmhouse up ahead.
At this point, I need only follow my nose, as I can smell the smell of animal feces. I make my way toward the farm.
The closer you get to the farm,
Okay,
the
sure, go
stronger the
ahead.
scent of animals becomes. The air is filled with the earthy smell of manure, mixed with the sweet fragrance of hay and grain. As you approach the farmhouse, you see a few cows grazing in a pasture nearby, their tails swishing lazily as they eat. As you approach the farm, the smell of animal manure becomes stronger and stronger, and you can also hear the sound of horses and chickens. The farm consists of The farmer looks up startled as you approach. He looks you up and down and notices chicken. The farmer gestures towards your cockatiel, looking at it curiously. That bird on your shoulder, what's its name? He asks. The farmer seems confused by your response.
You didn't even get the bird's name.
I just asked.
Excuse me.
So much. The bird's name is Chicken Nugget. That was insane.
The farmer lets out a hearty laugh and pats his belly. Chicken Nugget, eh? I like it. Suits him perfectly, he says, amused.
Then why are you laughing? What's so funny? Why are you hitting your belly? You can't eat my bird, sir. I'm sorry. Also, do you need some work done? I'm here to help you.
The farmer laughs even harder and waves a hand at you. No, don't worry. I'm just amused by the bird's name. And yes, I do need some help. My back isn't what it used to be, and I could use some young, strong hands around the farm.
Well, hey, I've had the same back all my life, so you tell me what you need done, and I will do it for you.
How much are you willing to pay me?
The farmer grins and scratches his chin thoughtfully. Well, I've got a lot that needs tending to. I could use your help weeding the garden, gathering eggs from the chickens, and feeding the horses. Think you can handle all that?
Oh yeah, easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
So how much will I get after I do all that?
The farmer rubs his chin and thinks for a moment. Well, let's see. Weeding the garden should take you a couple of hours. Gathering eggs from the chickens is a bit of a pain, but doesn't take too long. And feeding the horses is just throwing hay in their troughs. I'll pay you 12 gold coins for the whole lot. Sound fair to you?
I stop and think as I rub the farmer's chin. No, that doesn't sound fair to me. Make it 30 and you've got a deal.
Actually, no, 40.
The farmer lets out a hearty laugh again. You're a tough negotiator, I'll give you that. But all right, I'll pay you 40 gold coins
Okay.
for the work. Deal?
Deal.
The farmer grins and extends a calloused hand towards you. Great. Let's shake on it. Once you shake his hand, he points you towards the field with the crops. All right,
Get to
then.
work.
The weeds are getting a bit out of control, so I'll need you to go pull them up. The weeds will have little purple blossoms on the bottom of them, so make sure you get the ones with the blossoms, not the ones with white blossoms. I'll be tending to the horses, so just give a shout if you need anything.
I'm confused by the fact that he tells me to only pick the weeds with purple blossoms at the bottom, which I won't be able to see until after I pick them. But I go ahead and start towards the garden anyway because I know what weeds are.
Lol, the farmer knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, okay.
You make your way towards the field of crops, and sure enough, the weeds are beginning to grow more and more dense, threatening to overrun the farm. You start weeding, carefully pulling up the ones with the purple blossoms on the bottom. As you work, you can hear the clucking of chickens in a nearby coop and the sound of horses nickering in the pasture. The sun is high in the sky, warming your back as you labor.
That sounds terrible. I think about the magic earlier when I stopped those two bears from killing each other with my charisma. So I don't have a chin to rub, so I just rub my bird's head instead as I think, let me try something. And I say, hey, weeds, get out of this garden.
You stop weeding and look down at the weeds growing in the field. You rub your bird's head and jokingly say, hey, weeds,
Get rid of themselves.
get out of this garden. To your surprise, a few of the weeds seem to shiver slightly, almost as if they're listening to your words. But then again, perhaps it's just the breeze moving them.
Or maybe it's those weird mushrooms I ate earlier. Either way, I go on picking, and when I'm done, I head towards the chickens.
So funny.
After you finish weeding the field, you head towards the coop where the chickens are kept. You can hear the birds clucking and pecking at the ground as they scratch and look for insects. As you approach the coop, you notice several small piles of eggs lying around the fence. Perhaps the chickens have been too lazy to lay their eggs in the nesting boxes.
Piles of eggs? It's been a long time he's not gotten those. Goodness. I'm gonna need a bigger basket.
You look around and spot a few small baskets nearby, likely used by the farmer to collect eggs. You grab one of the baskets and approach the piles of eggs, carefully collecting them and placing them in the basket. As you gather the eggs, you can hear the chickens clucking softly and pecking at the ground near your feet, searching for lost scraps of food.
I'm not really good at finding chicken food, so I just gather the eggs and put them in a big basket. And once I'm done with that, I head over to the horses to throw some food in their trough, I guess.
After gathering the eggs, you head towards the pasture where the horses are grazing.
Good idea.
They look up as you approach, snorting and nickering softly. You see a large pile of hay next to the fence and a trough nearby. You grab a handful of hay and throw it into the trough, and the horses immediately lower their heads to munch on the food.
One horse in particular keeps a very close eye on me as I walk around, and I think to myself, I'd really like to have that horse.
As you look around the pasture, one horse in particular catches your eye. It's a beautiful chestnut mare with a white star on its forehead.
Don't tell me.
The horse seems to be watching you closely as you move around, its ears pricked forward and its eyes following your movements.
Yeah, She loves me. I can tell already. So I wonder if I can keep that horse. I'd sure love to.
As you look at the chestnut mare,
Don't
you
just
feel a
repeat
certain
me.
connection with it, as if it's already taken a liking to you.
I love.
You wonder
It
if
loves
there's
me.
any way you could convince the farmer to let you keep the horse.
Okay, I guess I'm going to move on with the story since you're just going to repeat me. So I find the farmer and I say, "Hello, farmer." And I rub his chin to help him think and say, "I really like that chestnut mare. Chestnut mare. Can I have her?"
The farmer, having been interrupted from his work, looks at you with a mixture of surprise and confusion as you rub his chin. He raises an eyebrow and says, Chestnut mare? You want the chestnut mare, eh? Well, that's a pretty fine horse, but I can't just give it away, you know. It's one of my best working horses.
I rub his chin harder, trying to convince him. Well, what can we do here?
The farmer scratches his chin
No, he's
thoughtfully
not,
as
because
you
I'm
continue
doing
to
it.
rub it. Well, I do have a
How
soft
big of
spot
a
for
chin
that
does he
horse.
have?
But like I said, it's a good worker, and I can't just give it away for free. He rubs his chin some more, looking
No, I'm
lost in
rubbing his
thought.
chin.
How about this? He says after a moment. I'll tell you what. If you do one more task for me, I'll consider letting you have the mare.
Yeah, what is it? Stop rubbing your chin. I'm trying to do it for you.
The farmer chuckles and pushes your hand away from his chin. All right, settle down. I have another job that needs doing. There's a fence that got knocked down during a storm last week, and it needs repairing. I've got some lumber and nails ready, it just needs to be put back together. If you can fix it for me, I'll let you have the chestnut mare.
Deal.
The farmer grins and claps you on the back. Great, I knew I could count on you. The fence is just past the garden, near the edge of the property. I'll leave the wood and nails next to it. Have at it. He pats you on the shoulder and heads back to his work, leaving you to start your newest task.
I wish that he'd quit hitting me on the back and shoulder. I make my way toward the fence, happy that he decided to leave the materials out for me, because it would have been hard for me to do it without them.
What was your task?
I got to repair the fence. It was broken by the storm.
Oh, okay.
As you walk towards the fence, you can't
As I
help but
walk
think
toward the
that the farmer
garden,
certainly
I
loves
don't
to
remember the
pat you
word.
on the back. Nevertheless, you're relieved that he's left the materials out for you to use. You can see the
Do you
broken
think you're
fence in
better
the
at wording
distance,
things than
the
me?
storm having knocked over a few of the support beams and dislodged some of the wooden boards. You begin repairing the fence, nailing the boards back into place and straightening the beams.
Yep, that's what I do.
As you work,
That was good. So, read all of it?
Yes.
The whole thing?
No.
He said, as you work on repairing the fence, you can feel the sun beating down on your back and the sweat trickling down your forehead. The work is hard but satisfying, and you can see the fence slowly coming back together. After a few hours of labor, you finally finish repairing the fence. The wood looking sturdy and unbroken once more. This is where we'll leave off, friends. Tomorrow, I'll greet the farmer by rubbing his chin, take my horse and my money, and ride into the moonlight.
Okay, so, you know something? It's not a sheep.
The horse is a boy?
Not the horse.
What's not a she? The farmer?
The character.
Oh, well, I don't know.
How dare you call it sheep?
I'm sorry.
Get the chocolate and pretzels out of your darn head.
No, because how will I feed the pigeons with that? Put them back.
No,
That's how I feed my pigeon friends.
I'll feed them myself. You don't have to put them in your hair. That's disgusting.
They like that.
That is disgusting. You know.
Get out of my hair, because that's how I feed the birds, and they're not going to like you without it. I want everyone to keep them in my hair, so it doesn't matter. Stop.
Take it out your hair.
You're part of this. No, I'm over it.
Stop
Stop it. Stop